Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Laura and this is Small Stuff Big Family. Today we're taking you on our After Dark tour of the Missouri State Penitentiary in Jefferson City, Missouri, also known as the bloodiest 47 acres in America. Before closing its doors in 2004, it was the longest continually running prison west of the Mississippi, having opened in 1836. Over the years, the penitentiary has kept many notable prisoners, both men and women, had numerous riot outbreaks, many of which turned deadly, and also has had many escapes. Perhaps the most unfortunate escape happened in 1967 when an inmate serving a 20-year sentence for an armed robbery in St. Louis showed up for his shift at the prison bakery and was helped inside a large box, which was then loaded onto a truck and taken away from the penitentiary. This inmate went on the run for about a year until April 4th, 1968, when he assassinated Martin Luther King Jr. That's right, the Missouri Penitentiary's escapee had been James Earl Ray. Now, before we get started with the inside of the prison and share our own paranormal experiences with you, Mark and I grabbed some dinner at a nearby restaurant called Prison Brews, which I definitely recommend if you're looking for a bite to eat before the tour. The food was absolutely fabulous. I really loved those sweet potato fries and the pork tenderloin sandwich, and Mark liked his burger and onion rings as well. Honey, are you nervous? You are. You're scared. You look like it. I know. I'm terrified to do myself. The tour starts off in the women's housing unit, where you hear stories of many notable women who were imprisoned here, and you definitely get a very eerie feeling being in this unit, or at least I did. We didn't experience any actual paranormal activity, so to speak, but you definitely get that kind of very eerie vibe, as if there's something in these cells. The next part of our tour took us to Housing Unit 4, also known as the A Hall, and this is where we felt and saw the most paranormal activity when we were there. You can see it's very dark. The roof of this building was actually torn off by a tornado, and they talk about several notable people who were imprisoned in these cells as well, including this man right here, which is Charles Sonny Liston. Charles Liston learned to box right here at Missouri State Penitentiary, and then he went on to become the national heavyweight champion after his release in 1953. It's creepy. There's the potty.
Toothbrush there.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if that's what they would get. Well, this was open until 2004, babe. I'm pretty sure they made toothbrushes and toothpaste like that in 2004, didn't they? Housing Unit 4 is also the building where one inmate was bludgeoned to death in his own cell after being identified by other inmates as a snitch during one of the many riots that happened here at the penitentiary. Do you see it? Go in there and see it. Go see what it is. One of the first things that I noticed that really freaked me out was this window inside one of the cells. When I first walked by, I saw that it was moving out of the corner of my eye, and then after we shone the light on it, it stopped, but that window was not open. There was no reason for that window to be moving. Next, we headed down to the basement of Housing Unit 4, which was the solitary confinement location. Now, one inmate, John B. Johnson, had spent 17 years of his sentence surrounded in complete darkness in one of the solitary confinement cells. Our tour guide took us into these cells and shut off all of the lights, and this is where I felt the most paranormal activity. As soon as the lights were shut off, I felt something brush across my forehead. I thought it was my own hair, but when I touched that same spot on my head, there was really nothing there. And then I even continued to feel that same sensation after I had tried to push whatever hair might have been there out of the way. The next thing that happened is I started to see a red glow, and I noticed this, and then the second that I noticed the red glow, our tour guide said, "I'm getting a red glowing kind of light happening." And my husband, Mark, who was standing right next to me at the time, afterwards said that he did not see that same red glow. The last thing that happened was that there was a white light, almost like it was behind me, like somebody had turned on their cell phone or a flashlight, and I was turning my head kind of over my right shoulder, expecting to see somebody with a cell phone or a light on. But as I moved my head, the light kind of followed me, like the direction that I was moving into, and just stayed in my peripheral vision. I don't think that that was anything human making that light. After we left the A Hall, we went over to Death Row, which is located in this building here, which glows eerily green at night. Now, I didn't really see or experience anything while we were in Death Row. I didn't even get that negative energy like I got in the women's unit or in A Hall. But like our tour guide said, it's their home and they make their presence known whenever and wherever they want to. Our last stop of the tour was in the gas chamber, where from 1937 to 1989, a total of 40 men and women were executed, 39 of them being executed by gas, with witnesses always watching behind them on the bleachers, which we'll see in just a moment. In 1989, a man was executed in these chambers by lethal injection, and that was the last time that anyone was executed at the Missouri State Penitentiary. I hope that you enjoyed coming along with us today. I appreciate you being here. Please give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. We have one more video coming tomorrow on Halloween as part of my Halloween series, and that is the Crescent Hotel, which is America's most haunted hotel. So stay tuned. I'll see you again next time. I hope you have an amazing day, and thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.